What if I told you there's a clue regarding the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen, and even more evidence that Yuji is going to die?
What did he say?
Well, Jin Itadori turning out to be the reincarnated twin of Sukuna shines a new light upon it, as it adds more emphasis to the concept of rebirth, which has always been at the core of Jujutsu Kaisen. It was introduced to us back in chapter 145, when Six Eyes was being discussed, and Tengen revealed the crucial role they had over the past 1000 years. Their fate was intertwined with hers, as their primary duty was to safeguard the star plasma vessels and Tengen until their merger. But since the merger occurs every 500 years, and given the last expected merger was in 2006, we can infer that the other two were in the early 1500s and 1000s. Kenjaku even noted that the first Six Eyes user he fought actually defeated him. Hence, around the 1500s, Kenjaku killed the both star plasma vessel and the Six Eyes user within less than a month of their birth. But on the day of the merger, a new vessel and a Six Eyes user re-emerged out of nowhere, like a reincarnation. Now, the chains of fate were mentioned again with Toji, as he broke them and caused this entire story to occur in the first place, where we even see Sukuna learning immortality due to the use of curse energy, which means it needs to be removed from the world. When we remember what Jogo stated, that cursed spirits will be able to meet again in 100 years from now, and Hanami added that they will have different forms, it raises an interesting point. Despite the fact that the origin of curses and Jujutsu is largely unknown, we can conclude that curses have always existed alongside humanity. This is because of the constant negative feelings fueling curse energy, such as humanity's fear of plagues, which cause the existence of cursed spirits. We know that there's no sure way to eradicate them for good. After all, humans will always have these feelings and emotions. I mean, think about it. What's to stop Sukuna and Gojo from getting reincarnated again in a few centuries? Even Gojo's birth altered the balance of the Jujutsu world and caused the spawning of many more curses, so their rebirth would kick off the cycle of suffering again. In fact, Jogo using the word wasteland ties into this extremely well. The term wasteland, called koya in Japanese, implies a place of emptiness or void. It suggests a concept similar to the afterlife, where curses and all souls, including human ones, will ultimately end up. But here's where it gets better. Emptiness in Buddhism is known as sunyata, and this is necessary for achieving enlightenment and breaking free from the cycle of rebirth, known as samsara. By attaining the state of emptiness, one can reach nirvana and be liberated from the suffering of it. Interestingly, the cursed spirits mention that their forms will change just like the cycle of rebirth, which is why Yugi concluded that Jujutsu was simply fixing the consequences of a problem instead of stopping it from happening. She was correct in theorizing that the only way to get rid of curses for good is to eliminate curse energy from this world, and then handed this research to Yuji Itadori. Therefore, it makes all the more sense that he and the other sorcerers will free the world from curse energy. In the absence of Tengen's barriers, this is necessary because countries like America and China now know about curse energy. So this is the best way to finish off the depressing world of Jujutsu. Otherwise, how will Gege address the plot device that the whole world now knows about curse energy, since he wants to end the manga very soon? It will also further the idea that Gojo's students will live in a new world where they are not motivated by the ideology of kill or be killed. However, to achieve this requires a sacrifice. Yuji is pushing Sukuna to the brink. However, it's evident that even whilst dying, Sukuna will be too proud to beg for his life, as he stated to Yorizu that defeat is equal to death for him. Hence, as he dies and metaphorically passes the title of strongest to Yuji, it would be in his character to leave the biggest menace for him to deal with, the merger. This being, which will be the union of curse energy from the entirety of Japan with Tengen, which, mind you, we were told has a monopoly on this energy resource, will be the ultimate test of Yuji's determination. As we must remember that Yuji said his death is a cheap price to pay if it's taking Sukuna down with him, but now he has a last remaining trace of his bloodline in the world, so he must take down the merger as well as the curse energy with him. This will fulfill the ending Gege informed us about, that everyone will live but Yuji will die in the end. But to enjoy more peak fiction, find out how Kurama was revived and has entered Naruto's daughter Himawari in this video.